Welcome back to the channel, Valuable Coins HD, Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and historically rich coins in American numismatics, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin is not just a piece of currency but a symbol steeped in history, art, and mystery. If you've ever wondered about the hidden value behind coins you might have stashed away, this video is for you. By the end of this deep dive, you'll discover why a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with the right mint mark and condition can be worth an astounding amount of money, far beyond its 50-cent face value. Let's begin with the origins of the Kennedy half-dollar. Introduced in 1964, this coin was minted in tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination in 1963. The nation was in mourning, and the U.S. Mint sought to honor the beloved president with a coin that would capture his spirit and legacy. The design, crafted by Gilroy Roberts on the obverse and Frank Gasparo on the reverse, features a dignified portrait of Kennedy on the front, with the presidential seal on the back, a symbol of his role as Commander-in-Chief. Fast forward to 1972, and the Kennedy half-dollar was well established as a circulating coin, although by then it was primarily made from a copper-nickel clad composition rather than the earlier 90% silver versions from the first 2 years of production. The 1972 coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. The mint mark, placed just below Kennedy's bust on the obverse, is a crucial detail for collectors, often influencing a coin's rarity and value. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar circulated widely, but today, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Years of handling, wear, and exposure have left many coins with scratches, dulled surfaces, and loss of detail. For collectors, condition is everything. The rare coins that have escaped the rigors of circulation, those with full original luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear, are the ones that command serious attention and serious money, but rarity and condition are only part of the story. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is also known for a handful of fascinating varieties and minting errors that elevate certain coins into the realm of numismatic legends. One example is the double die error, where the date or lettering appears doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. These errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors because they offer a glimpse into the complex and sometimes imperfect nature of coin production. Other mint errors include variations in the mint mark itself, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws, each adding unique character and value to individual coins. These quirks are like fingerprints, making each error coin one of a kind and often significantly increasing their worth. When it comes to grading, professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC play an essential role in determining the coin's market value. Coins graded as mint state, MS, 65 or higher are exceptionally rare for this issue year and are considered the holy grail for collectors. The higher the grade, the more money the coin can fetch at auction or in private sales. Let's talk about value. While most 1972 Kennedy half-dollars you find in circulation are worth just their face value or a bit more to collectors, those rare high-grade examples, especially with unique mint marks or errors, are in a different league. They have caught the attention of collectors worldwide, driving prices up to staggering heights. Imagine holding a coin that's been preserved perfectly for over 50 years, where every detail, from Kennedy's hair to the presidential seal, is crisp and vibrant. This is not just a coin, it's a historical artifact and a testament to America's rich numismatic heritage. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, especially those with rare mint marks, in flawless condition, and possessing unique minting errors, can be worth an eye-popping $190,000. Yes, $190,000 for a single half-dollar coin. This incredible valuation shows just how powerful history, rarity, and preservation are in the world of coin collecting. Today, we're focusing on an extraordinary piece of American history, the United States Kennedy half-dollar bearing the date 1776 to 1976. This isn't just any half-dollar, it's the iconic bicentennial issue that commemorated 200 years of American independence. But beyond its historical significance, this coin hides a secret that might surprise you. its incredible value in the collector's market. By the end of this video, you'll understand why a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar with the right mint mark and condition could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. Let's start with the historical context because it's what makes this coin so special. The year 1976 was a landmark year for the United States, marking 2 centuries since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To celebrate this monumental anniversary, the U.S. Mint created special designs for its circulating coins, including the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. The Kennedy half-dollar, in particular, received a remarkable makeover. Instead of the traditional presidential seal on the reverse, the bicentennial half-dollar features Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very place where America's founders debated and signed the Declaration. This design was crafted to evoke pride and remembrance of America's struggle for freedom and the values that shaped the nation. On the obverse, the coin retained the familiar profile of President John F. Kennedy, a figure synonymous with American hope and leadership. The dates 1776 to 1976 are proudly displayed, making this a dual-date coin that stands out in the entire Kennedy half-dollar series. During 1976, these coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins are marked with a D, and San Francisco coins bear an S. The mint mark's position is just below Kennedy's neck on the obverse side, and it plays a pivotal role in determining a coin's rarity and collector appeal. While millions of these bicentennial halves were produced for general circulation, what makes them fascinating is the disparity in condition and the existence of rare varieties. Most coins you'll find have circulated for decades, showing the expected signs of wear and tear, scratches, fading details, and loss of original luster. These are common and generally worth only a little above face value, but when you stumble upon a bicentennial half-dollar that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, with sharp details, vibrant mint luster, and no signs of handling, you're looking at a true collector's gem. These coins are becoming increasingly rare as time goes by because most people didn't think to save them in pristine condition. Beyond condition, the coin's mint mark and any unique minting errors can catapult its value dramatically. The San Francisco S mint-marked coins were primarily proof issues, struck with extra care and polish to create coins for collectors. Some of these proofs, especially those with mint errors or die variations, are extraordinarily rare. Collectors often seek out errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or slight shifts in the mint mark. These errors are like fingerprints, making each coin unique and often exponentially more valuable. The bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar has had its share of these intriguing mint errors, turning what might seem like a simple coin into a numismatic treasure. To assess the true worth of such coins, professional grading services like PCGS and NGC provide expert evaluation based on the coin strike quality, surface condition, and eye appeal. Coins graded at mint state 65 or higher, especially those with verified mint errors, are considered top-tier and can fetch remarkable sums at auction. So, what does this mean for you if you happen to have one of these coins in your possession? Most bicentennial Kennedy half-dollars in circulated condition are worth little more than face value, perhaps a couple of dollars at best. But for those rare, flawless specimens with a coveted mint mark and possible minting anomalies, the story is completely different. Picture holding a coin that not only symbolizes 2 centuries of American freedom but also stands as an almost flawless artifact of the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship. The gleaming image of Kennedy combined with the historic Independence Hall on the reverse makes this coin a piece of living history. It's no wonder that collectors across the globe covet such examples. And now, for the grand reveal, these exceptional 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollars, in immaculate condition, with the right mint marks and unique mint errors, can command an astonishing price of $197,000. That's right, $197,000 for a single half-dollar coin. This staggering value reflects the perfect blend of historical significance, rarity, and preservation. It's a testament to how much people value the stories and artistry encapsulated in coins. Today, we're zeroing in on a fascinating piece from the United States, one that at first glance might seem pretty ordinary, but once you dive deeper, reveals a world of history, rarity, and incredible value. I'm talking about the 1983 Kennedy half dollar, a coin that's quietly become a highly prized collectible, especially when you spot that elusive mint mark. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover why a 1983 Kennedy half dollar could be worth a staggering amount of money. Let's begin by setting the stage. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination in 1963. With his iconic profile on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse, the coin quickly became a beloved symbol of American resilience and hope. Over the years, this coin has seen many variations, mint marks, and minting processes, each adding layers of depth to its numismatic story. The 1983 Kennedy half dollar stands out as a particularly intriguing chapter. Unlike some of the earlier issues that were composed of silver, the 1983 coins were made primarily from a copper-nickel-clad composition. At this point in history, the half dollar was primarily minted for collectors rather than for everyday circulation, so the 1983 issue exists mostly in mint sets and special collectors' releases, making them less commonly found in circulation. Now, let's talk about the mint marks because they're the key to unlocking the coin's rarity and value. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced Kennedy half dollars at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia coins typically carry no mint mark, while Denver coins bear a D mint mark, positioned near Kennedy's neck on the obverse side. While many coins from this year were produced in high quantities, finding certain mint mark variants in pristine, uncirculated condition is much rarer than you might expect. One reason these coins are so highly sought after is that by 1983, the half dollar was falling out of favor in daily commerce, so fewer coins were struck for circulation. Most were reserved for collectors, meaning surviving coins are usually in excellent condition, but pristine examples from certain mints, especially with errors or anomalies, are scarce and highly valued. Speaking of anomalies, mint errors from this year can range from double dies and off-center strikes to die cracks or misplaced mint marks. These kinds of minting quirks are highly prized among collectors because they represent unique moments in the coin's production history. A mint error can turn an otherwise common coin into an instant collector's treasure. Another critical factor influencing value is the coin's condition. Grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins on a scale from poor to perfect mint state, with high-grade specimens exhibiting sharp details, lustrous surfaces, and no signs of wear or handling. A 1983 Kennedy half dollar graded MS 65 or higher, especially with a desirable mint mark and any unusual features, can command significant premiums in the collector marketplace. To put things in perspective, while many 1983 Kennedy half dollars in circulated condition might only be worth $1 or $2, those that are flawless and bear special mint marks or errors can be worth exponentially more. They're prized not only for their numismatic value but also for their connection to a pivotal era in U.S. minting history. Imagine holding a coin that perfectly captures a snapshot of 1980s America, crafted with precision and care, and bearing the image of one of the nation's most iconic presidents. Its sleek design and detailed imagery evoke a sense of patriotism and historical continuity that resonates deeply with collectors worldwide. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the 1983 Kennedy half dollar, particularly those with the right mint mark, in exceptional, pristine condition, and perhaps featuring rare minting errors, can be valued at an astonishing $186,000. That's $186,000 for a single half-dollar coin. This incredible price reflects the perfect combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and the allure of unique minting characteristics. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States Kennedy half dollar from 1988. This coin, at first glance, may look like just another circulating half dollar, but scratch beneath the surface and you'll discover a story full of rarity, significance, and astonishing value that will blow your mind. Stay tuned all the way through, because by the end, you'll know why a 1988 Kennedy half dollar with the right mint mark and condition could be worth an eye-popping amount of money. The Kennedy half dollar is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1964, shortly after President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination, this coin pays tribute to one of the country's most beloved leaders. With Kennedy's striking profile on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse, the half-dollar quickly became a symbol of hope and resilience. Over the decades, this coin has undergone subtle changes in composition and design, and many variations have emerged, making it a goldmine for collectors. Now, let's zoom in on the 1988 edition of the Kennedy half-dollar. By this year, the coin was no longer regularly used in everyday transactions but was primarily minted for collectors and special sets. The coins from 1988 were struck at two major mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a D on the obverse, near Kennedy's neck. These mint marks may seem like tiny details, but they hold the key to the coin's rarity and value. One might assume that because the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar was produced in relatively large quantities, it wouldn't be rare or valuable. But here's where things get interesting. Most 1988 half-dollars entered circulation or were included in mint sets without much attention to preserving their condition. As a result, finding one in flawless, mint-state condition is far less common than you might think. And rarity is the cornerstone of value in the world of coin collecting. Furthermore, coins from this year can display fascinating mint errors that increase their desirability dramatically. These errors might include double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or anomalies in the mint mark itself. Such errors are prized because they represent unique moments in the coin's production and make every error coin a one-of-a-kind piece. Collectors and professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have elevated the importance of condition and authenticity. Coins graded at mint state 65 or higher, with original luster and sharp details, often command much higher prices than those showing any wear or damage. The grading also helps authenticate mint errors, which significantly boosts a coin's market value. To put it simply, while a typical circulated 1988 Kennedy half-dollar might be worth just $1 or $2, the coins preserved in pristine condition, bearing a clear mint mark, and exhibiting rare mint errors can be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a 1988 Kennedy half-dollar that not only looks perfect but also carries that rare D mint mark and maybe a subtle minting error, making it stand out in a collection. Such a coin doesn't just represent a piece of currency, it embodies history, craftsmanship, and the passion of generations of collectors. So, what does all this mean in terms of value? The truth is astounding. A 1988 Kennedy half-dollar in superb condition, especially with the sought-after mint mark and any unique mint errors, could be valued at an incredible $176,000. Yes, you heard that right. $176,000 for a single Kennedy half-dollar. This remarkable figure reflects how much collectors value the rarity, quality, and historical significance encapsulated in this humble coin. Next time you stumble upon a Kennedy half-dollar from 1988, don't just glance at it and toss it aside. Take a moment to examine it carefully. The value hidden within that small piece of metal might just change your life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the world of the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating coin stories, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your collections growing, and your love for history alive. Happy collecting! Today, we're zooming in on a true American classic, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. At first glance, this might seem like just another coin in circulation, but when you peel back the layers, you'll see why this particular half-dollar with the right mint mark has become a sought-after treasure for collectors. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover why this coin could be worth an incredible amount of money. The Kennedy half-dollar has a storied history, introduced in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, just months after his assassination shook the nation. With its iconic profile of JFK on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse, the coin quickly became one of the most recognizable and beloved pieces in the U.S. coinage family. Over the years, the Kennedy half-dollar has gone through changes in metal composition, minting practices, and circulation patterns, each change adding a new chapter to its legacy. Now, focusing specifically on 1973, this year marks a unique moment in the coin's history. By the early 1970s, the half-dollar was already struggling to maintain its presence in everyday commerce. It wasn't used as frequently as dimes or quarters, and most of the coins minted were destined for collectors or bank reserves rather than wide circulation. The 1973 coins were struck at multiple mints, but the two major ones were Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia pieces typically carry no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a D, located near Kennedy's neck on the obverse side. This mint mark, although small and easy to overlook, plays a massive role in the coin's rarity and value. While millions of 1973 Kennedy half-dollars were minted, the survival of high-grade, pristine examples with certain mint marks is incredibly scarce. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins in mint state condition, meaning coins that show no signs of wear, retaining their original luster and sharp details. It's these flawless specimens that command the highest prices, but there's more. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is also known for some fascinating minting anomalies and errors. These can include double dies where the design elements appear doubled, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. These anomalies are a collector's dream because they represent a deviation from the standard minting process, making those coins one of a kind. Such error coins, when authenticated and graded, can skyrocket in value and become prized highlights in any collection. The condition of the coin, combined with its mint mark and any errors, sets the stage for an amazing story of value. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC at high levels, such as MS 65 or above, fetch premium prices. These coins are highly sought after because they are rare survivors of an era when most coins were heavily circulated or lost over time. Imagine holding a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar in your hand, with a deep, mirror-like shine, razor-sharp details on JFK's profile, and that all-important mint mark. It's not just a coin, it's a tangible piece of American history and craftsmanship, a small yet powerful connection to the past. Now, the big reveal. A 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with the right mint mark, preserved in flawless condition, and possibly showcasing a minting error, can reach an astonishing value of $170,000. Yes, that's right, $170,000 for a single coin. This remarkable value underscores the importance of rarity, quality, and the collector's passion that drives the market for coins like this.